Think about getting it because if you're my age, I didn't tell you to get it. You ought to think about it.
Well, that was South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham. He was embracing vaccines in front of a crowd of Republicans, only to have them jeer and boo him after a man identified himself as a civilian employee of the Navy and complained that he was about to lose his job because of the military's vaccine mandate. Well, Graham's tone embracing the vaccine, it seemed to change. Watch.
92% of the people in the hospitals in South Carolina are unvaccinated.
Not true.
So I'm with you on let's don't mandate it. I'm with you that it's probably unconstitutional. But I am not going to legitimize what I think is the truth. The truth is that unvaccinated
I'm going to lose my job in 60 days. You got to stop it now.
From who?
From the U.S. government, the Navy.
Yeah, so I'm with you.
It's
So I just don't come. Are you active duty?
No, I'm a civil service.
Well, here's the one
I
thing.
am a veteran.
Okay, I'm a veteran too. How many of you have taken measles shots?
It's not.
In the military, they can say you got to get vaccinated. I think that's a dumb idea. You know why? We shouldn't be driving people away from serving. Like if you're a healthcare worker and you don't want to get vaccinated, why do you want to get people to quit being nurses?
You're gonna have them walk out. They're all gonna stand up.
I trust you to make a decision good for you. So are you against the vaccine?
No, I'm against the mandate.
That's right.
That's where I'm at.
How do we stop it?
You're going to have to get somebody who is control of one of the houses. See, if we had the house,
Speak
I got
up.
60 days and I lose my job.
yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. We'll try our best.
A little bit confusing there, that man's logic. He's going to lose his job, but he's not against the vaccine. He's just against mandates. So he's willing to lose his job over mandate. Strange. In any case, this was Summerville, South Carolina. Graham, of course, is not the first Republican to get booed or jeered or ridiculed for embracing the vaccine. It happened to Donald Trump in August at a rally in Alabama.
We developed a vaccine and it's great. And you know what? I believe totally in your freedoms. I do. You got to do what you have to do. But I recommend take the vaccines. I did it. It's good. Take the vaccines. But you got, no, that's okay. That's all right. You got your freedoms. But I happen to take the vaccine.
Booing Donald Trump when he suggests taking the vaccine, booing Lindsey Graham. 3 weeks actually before Donald Trump, there was Arkansas Republican Governor Asa Hutchinson, who's not exactly a liberal. In fact, he's one of the most conservative governors in the United States. He faced pushback from a crowd when he said that vaccines do not cause infertility. Health data has also shown clearly that vaccines do not cause infertility, but that is one of the conspiracy theories that is out there in Arkansas. The violence and the antagonism towards people who support vaccines only seems to be growing, even in places like New York City, where there were some protesters recently who took down a COVID testing tent, and the reaction from police and fire who were there was telling. Watch. Fist bump from the firefighter to the anti-vaxxers. The police, of course, just simply said to the people who wrecked the tent, just move along, just move along. Clearly supportive from law enforcement and fire in terms of the anti-vaxxer crowd. The opposition to the vaccine mandate, though, by all accounts, seems to be coming from a rather small but loud minority. Axios writes that as of Monday in New York, 87% of the state's 450,000 hospital workers have been vaccinated, according to the latest data. New York's largest hospital system, Northwell Health, said that 1,400 employees who refused to be vaccinated were fired. The system based on Long Island employs more than 74,000 people, meaning that 98% of system employees chose to get vaccinated. Again, it's the loud, small minority with some perhaps support from law enforcement that is causing a ruckus and making life miserable for anybody who believes in truth and science and basic facts. Jack?
Yeah, so every part of that story was amazing. Let's start with Lindsey Graham. What you saw there was live action politician changing his stance like a weasel right in front of your eyes. Right? Now, by the way, I'll give ironic credit to Lindsey Graham. He started off trying to tell them the truth. He's giving them correct stats about the 92%. He's telling them, hey, you already took the vaccine for measles, which is all of that is true, right? And but as soon as they start booing him, like the weaselly politician that he is, he's like, oh, no, I'm with you guys. I'm against the mandates. I can't believe the Army's doing this. Army's so dumb, right? Now, this is a guy who's been kissing the Army's ass the entire time he's been in office. The solution to everything was the Army, military, war, invasions, etc. Now, they yell at him a little bit and he's like, oh yeah, the Army's stupid, right? And look, guys, this is the circle of hate. And you can tell, now, Graham is one of the biggest ass kissers for Donald Trump, so they should love him. But it was Trump himself that got booed in Alabama. So that tells you that's actually not the root cause. The root cause is conservative media. So conservative media starts the cycle of ignorance, hatred, and fear. Then it goes to the actual voters that watch that media, and they get amped up on conspiracy theories, lies, you name it. Oh, measles is vaccination is totally different than coronavirus vaccination. Really, how? How? We've had mandated vaccinations in this country forever for every kind of disease you could imagine. And no one ever objected. And now all of a sudden they object to this because they want to create political trouble. They want to do culture wars. That's what Tucker Carlson wants to do. That's what the right-wing media wants to do. And now all of a sudden they all get brainwashed and the cult comes out and the zombies attack the politicians. And then you see the Republican politicians with your own eyes, both Graham and Trump, change right in the middle of speaking. They're basically A/B testing. They go from emphasizing, hey, maybe you should get the vaccine so you don't die, to screw it, die, I don't care. Oh yeah, freedom, yeah, I meant no mandates, freedom, yeah, hey, freedom, okay? So it's not the politicians driving it, it's the media driving the voters, which then drive the politicians to do what they're doing. So the Republican politicians are hopeless. It doesn't matter if they try to do the right thing, they're just gonna get primaried out of existence by the zombies that Fox News and other right-wing outlets created. And now when you turn to the other stories in New York, look, whenever anyone, like I've seen left-wing protesters at oil pipeline protests and others get mauled by police, just absolutely pummeled, right? And then they pass laws saying, hey, maybe we should be allowed to run them over in the streets. That's actually literal. It happened in Florida. They tried it in the Dakotas. But when it's protesters that apparently the cops are sympathetic to, they're like, oh yeah, trash a healthcare tent, where people can actually get tested to make sure not only that they're okay, but that they're not spreading the disease all across New York. Oh, smash it to pieces? Great, no problem, you're free to go, move along. If left-wing protesters did that to anything that was related to a corporation, we'd get our ass handed to us by the cops. They would brutalize us. But the other side does it, oh yeah, fist bumps for everybody. Now I don't know that the fire guys are related to the cops or that tent, but obviously those particular guys had tremendous sympathy for the anti-vaxxers. And then finally, should the people in hospitals be fired if they're not taking the vaccine? Of course, they're working in hospitals, they're gonna get people sick. It's like saying, oh no, freedom. But wait a minute, don't you have to wear a mask in surgery? You remember that's been the case your whole life? You see the doctors and the nurses, when they're in surgery, in order to be clean and not to pass germs onto a patient that's a lot of times whose body's opened up and is more vulnerable, they wear masks. Now, if a doctor or nurse said, oh, I got my freedom to not wear a mask and spit inside the guy, you would be fired, obviously. And you don't have the right to spread disease, especially if you're a healthcare worker. But no, the right-wing media has convinced the zombies, no, I have the freedom to hurt you physically.
And that freedom comes with a price, because we just passed, according to all the data, 700,000 people killed in the United States from COVID-19. The daily death toll is still averaging 1,800 a day. So, look, as we all think, well, maybe it's getting a little bit better. It's certainly better than it was 6 or 7 months ago. But again, 90 to 95% of the people who are showing up at hospitals, 99% of the people who are dying are people who were not vaccinated, who are now taking up space for your grandmother, your grandfather, your brother, your sister, whoever it is who has a heart attack, who needs cancer treatment, who breaks a bone. Good luck trying to find a hospital bed right now in Alabama, Mississippi, some of these other states. And oh, by the way, in these states, more people died last year from COVID-19 than were born, so the population is also getting smaller.
By the way, David, the madness is gonna spread because right-wing media they're monsters. So now that they're against this vaccine, are you sure they're not gonna say all of a sudden polio kicks ass? Forget, that's anti-freedom to be against, to take the polio vaccine or the Black Death vaccine, plague vaccine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No, the freedom thing to do is take all of your diseases and smear it on other people. We're not taking any more vaccines.
And by the way, tell your doctor, don't wash those instruments after you've done the surgery. Don't wear the mask, as you said. And by the way, don't wash your hands either after you go to the bathroom and then you do the surgery on me, because freedom for the doctors means their freedom to spread whatever bacteria into you. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't have to make sense because it's so easy to brainwash the right wing. You just gotta have all of their hosts scream at once freedom, and they don't think, hey, let me analyze this. What do you mean freedom? Freedom obviously has bounds. You can't yell fire in a crowded theater. I don't have the freedom to swing my arm into your face. Nope, the minute you say the word freedom, they're like, me want freedom, me hurt other people for freedom, me get disease and die, take up hospital space for freedom. No, that's not part of freedom. Look, are you insane? We're progressives. Of course we're in favor of freedom. We want freedom more than anybody else does. We don't want to be ruled by right-wing authoritarian thugs like Trump and Steve Bannon, etc. We don't want to be ruled by you. Tucker Carlson's a nut job telling people, oh yeah, if Biden gets elected, they're gonna make you drink Starbucks every day. He literally said that. Are you drinking Starbucks? Did the government mandate that you drink Starbucks every day? Looney Tunes, absolutely nuts. And they go, oh yeah, they're gonna do it. They said that Obama was gonna put you in FEMA camps. He never did. None of the conspiracy theories ever proved to be true, and nonetheless, they still believe it the next time. It doesn't matter. QAnon said Trump was gonna win, and then he was gonna be reinstated in office on January 6th, and then later, and then in August, and then in September. None of it ever comes true, but the minute they say it again, they go, I have been hypnotized, I am for freedom. And vaccines we've taken our whole lives for a whole host of diseases. I don't care about your stupid logic or your stupid facts or your stupid science or your stupid reason. I got an idiot right-wing host brainwashed me, and I'm smarter than all the scientists and doctors in the world. That's what the right-wing voters say. I'm not gonna do mainstream media horse crap, okay? Well, I can't tell who's right or wrong. We all have to respect each other. And right wing, left wing, I can't tell, okay? No, all of the scientists are on our side. The doctors are on our side. The idiots are on your side. That's a fact. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.